What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another Prize Pigs video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys for joining me. PropsMadeEasy.com. Bet smarter, not harder. The number one site when it comes to player prop, making your player prop bet choices based off of data, going off the smart analytic side of things instead of just kind of blindly following a Vegas line, stuff like that. Super happy with how we have been. Things have been fantastic. Player prop chats is active every day. We've been having amazing days. Yesterday was another amazing one in the video. I believe like we only lost one pick out of the whole video. Um, so it's been a solid run, man. And in sports betting, nothing's ever guaranteed, and it still isn't. But Props Made Easy has done a fantastic job at being consistent. Done a fantastic job. Just me personally using Props Made Easy. You know what I mean? Like I'm a part of Props Made Easy. I helped to create this, but there's so many other people behind the scenes for this that aren't, upfront talking about it the way I am, that put so much work into this, that made this what it is. I'm just a part of this. You know what I'm saying? And it has been a amazing thing. It's amazing to see Props Made ECP as good as it has been. And I'm just excited to keep it going, man. So let's get into today's video. PropsMadeEasy.com, only $15 a month. All right. I posted my favorite prize picks yesterday at Greenlight DFS. By the way, that's my business. My company is greenlightdfs.com. You can get access to that. It's daily fantasy sports for DraftKings and FanDuel. I post my favorite lineups and also my favorite prize picks over there at Greenlight DFS. So if you want access to that and want to know exactly what I'm playing exactly, from DFS lineups to prize picks, all that, you can go to DFS content at Props Made Easy and it'll bring you over to Greenlight DFS. That's my company. Props Made Easy, I'm a part of. Super blessed to be a part of it. But Greenlight DFS is my company that I've been doing for 7 years in the industry for daily fantasy sports, for DraftKings, FanDuel's lineups and stuff like that. So I posted my favorite prize picks over there and went 8 of 8 last night. So that was fantastic. But let's get straight into it. All right, NBA for today. All right. I really want to go a couple regular prop types. Like I don't want to force any fantasy scores. I mean, other than Adebayo, I would definitely be willing to force because the dude's made me a ton of money. Adebayo's a fantastic option. Jaylen Brown's been a major letdown, which is aggravating. Sucks, man, because that 34 and a half, this dude hits that consistently all season long. Now all of a sudden in the playoffs, he can't seem to hit it. Um, but I do think Jalen's going to have a good game here, and I do think he hits that. Malcolm Brogdon feels a little low for being a big part of this Boston team coming off the bench. I know he's had a few down games, but I mean, at 17, he comes off that bench and gets hot. He's going to get extra minutes, and he's going to hit that easily. Um, okay, so first and foremost, I am going to start off with Bam Adebayo at 34. I just love that too much. 5.35 differential. We haven't projected around 40 tonight. 34 is just too low in my opinion for Bam Adebayo in this matchup here. Great spot for him. Like I said, we haven't projected almost 40. That's a 5.35 differential between where the prop line is and where we have him projected. So Bam Adebayo over on fantasy score is a great way to start there with that. And then I'm going to go over on the highest valued Boston players prop type, and that is Jaylen Brown, points plus rebounds at 28.5. I'm going to go the over. Vegas likes the over. He has closed higher than this in 10 of the last 10. We have him projected at 30.04, a 1.54 differential for his points and rebounds from where his prop line is. So his prop line's at 28.5. We have him at 30. That's a 1.54. Vegas likes the over. Every box is looking solid. So Jaylen Brown's points and rebounds is the best value from what Props Made Easy is telling us. Outside of that, you've got Jaylen Brown's points. That's also popping pretty well. Derek White's free throws made at only one needed is popping pretty decent today. Marcus Smart's fantasy score, all that's like we've got plenty of value today, man. So get into Props Made Easy, utilize these tools, look over it, play your favorite plays, and you're good to go. So Bam Adebayo over 34, and then we're gonna go back to Jaylen Brown after he let me down last time. I'm still gonna stick with it. I'm gonna go over 28.5 points and rebounds for Jaylen Brown. All right, now let's go to hockey. So for hockey, Max Domi once again is just popping for the best value here. It's still at only 1.5. Him and Marchalt are fantastic options. I'm gonna Yeah, it's a tough decision, man. You've got between Domi and March Assault. Jonathan. I'll just call him Jonathan. That's easier. Between Max Domi and Jonathan, you've got two fantastic plays for NHL. Both these guys are in fantastic spots. Both of these guys, the tool feels confident will hit. That's why they're in the green. We have Domi projected at 1.91, so pretty much two prop line there. And then 3.4 for Jonathan, so feels pretty safe to hit at least the three there for him. So when it comes to hockey, you've got Max Domi against Vegas tonight, and then on the other side, you've got Jonathan at a prop line of three. He's hit this in 8 of the last 10. So for you last 10 people, he's hit this in 8 of his last 10. But the main important part is that we haven't projected over as well at 3.4, 0.4 differential. So love Domi, love Jonathan. Go over on those two. All right, for MLB. So for MLB, I'm going to start it off with Cedric Mullins. Hitter fantasy score is 7.5. He's got a great matchup against Clark Schmidt of New York today. Schmidt struggled versus lefties. He's given up like over a 300 batting average versus left-handed bats. Cedric Mullins has been absolutely mashing righties. He's been hitting the ball very well as of late as well. So his prop line's only at 7.5. We haven't projected at 9.7, almost 10. 2.21 differential for Cedric Mullins. Love Mullins today in this matchup. Over 7.5 hitter fantasy score. And then there's a pitcher strikeout that sticks out to me, and that's going to be Lucas Giolito against Detroit. We all know Detroit strikes out a good bit. And Giolito here is only at a prop line of 5.5. We only need 6 out of Giolito, a guy who's got some good K percent, good pitches, good stuff in his arsenal, going against a Detroit team that strikes out a good bit. Vegas likes the over. We haven't projected a 6.58. That's a 1.08 differential, which is a very solid spot for him to go over the 5.5 today. So love Lucas Giolito over 5.5 pitcher strikeouts, and then Cedric Mullins over 7.5 hitter fantasy score are the two places I'm going to really stick to there for baseball. First inning props. Let's take a look. For the over, we've got the Padres and Nationals that's popping pretty damn solid for the over here. Blake Snell's got a 5.03 ERA in the first inning. Jake Irvin's got a 5.5. 9.5 over under projected game total here. 5.27 ERA combined in the first inning out of these two pitchers. 1.77 combined whip. Both these offenses have scored 30 times out of their 49 first inning chances. A 0.803 OPS for both offenses. Both offenses have been hitting the ball very well. Both pitchers have struggled a bit in the first inning. So over on the Padres and Nationals is a good way to start. And then the best under is going to be the Mets and the Cubs. Carrasco has struggled in the first inning, but lucky for him, Kyle Hendricks has been great. And then the over-under is only 7.5 over-under. Only a 4.34 combined ERA out of the two because of Hendricks being so good. A 0.78 combined whip. Both these offenses have struggled in the first inning, only scoring 15 runs combined out of the 49. 0.576 OPS, which is incredibly low comparative to the 803, 861, 826 we're seeing for the overs here. So solid spot for the under on the Mets and the Cubs. All right. So what did we have? We have over on Padres Nationals, under on Mets and Cubs. All right, CSGO, baby. Let's get it. So at the top of the list, we have Zello. I'm not sure. Excello. Not sure how you say this dude's name. For Sprout, going against Monty. His maps 1 and 2 kills is set at 33.5. He's just way too good, in my opinion, and the prop tool's opinion. We have him projected at 37.28. 3.78 differential here. Love him for his, how solid he is in general. And for this spot at only 33.5. Absolutely love his over there. And then, let me see, any other? No. I'm going to go Borup for Copenhagen Flames, going against Havu. Over 33.5 for him as well. So we're doing over 33.5 for both of our guys for CSGO this morning. 36.72 projection for Borup. 3.22 differential. So Zello, not sure if I say his name right, Borup. Both of these guys are both going over their 33.5 prop line for kills. At least that's what the data is supporting. There's plenty of plays, though. You've got a lot of plays over 2 differentials here. Also have a few really good unders as well. So take advantage of the prop tool. Man, CSGO has been legit. I never in a million years thought the guys at Props Made Easy were going to develop this tool, have that data coming in, and then this would be that successful this quickly. So it's been fantastic, man. I've just been eating off CSGO. Everybody has. If you go to the player prop chat at Props Made Easy, you'll see just not like a shit ton of just CSGO wins. People are just flooding CSGO right now. So really cool, especially when I don't know shit about CSGO. I really don't know much about esports at all. I learned a little bit during when COVID first struck. I started playing a lot of that, started studying a lot of that, so I learned a lot of esports during that time, but I still just don't know a ton about it. But the prop tool makes it very easy to be successful with it without knowing anything about it, so it doesn't even matter. All right, WNBA. At the top of we got a couple games on tap for us for WNBA today. At the top of the list, we've got Mariah Jefferson as the best value at PRA over 15.5. We have her projected at 19.9. That's a 4.4 differential for Mariah Jefferson. Very solid differential for her. Have Mariah Jefferson over 15.5 PRA to start it off against Minnesota. All right. Another over that we're gonna rock with. We're gonna go Chine Agwu Mike. She actually made me money not too long this season already so far. I'm gonna go right back to her. I'm gonna go over on Chine over 18.5 PRA. We have her projected at 21.5, 3.05 differential for Chine. So I love Mariah Jefferson over 15.5 PRA and then Chine Agwu Mike over 18.5 PRA for the other choice. All right, fantastic options for those two. We do have some decent unders as well that are popping, but we're going to stick with those two overs as our WNBA main plays. Soccer. Remember, when it comes to soccer, y'all, I don't know when these games are actually starting. There's so many different leagues and all this different shit. I don't know when these actually. I'm not paying attention to that when I do the video, so I'm just going to put my favorite plays in. Some of these guys could be for tomorrow's slate. Okay, so just know that. But no matter what, I'm just here to tell you guys the best plays, in my opinion, off of the data. We're going to start it off with Nicolas Gonzalez for Valencia against RCD Mallorca. Over 0.5 shots. We have him at 1.39 projection. That's a 0.89 differential, which is by far the highest on the overs here. Love the over on Nicolas Gonzalez for Valencia, over 0.5. Just need one shot, buddy. That's all we need. On the under, we got a big value here. We've got Yusufa Mukoko for man, these names, man. Yusufa Mukoko for Borussia Dortmund. Going against one FSV main Zophite. Like, what are they thinking when they make these team names? Like, can I just ask that? Like, what comes to their mind? They're sitting around a table like, what should we call our team back in the day? And they're like, one guy said, I got it. What about one dot space FSV space MAINZ space 05? I'm just like, what the hell? Who would just think of that? There's something behind it, obviously. I mean, maybe that's like a street out there. I don't know. I have no idea. But some of these names just blow my mind. I don't know what any of this is. Like, all I notice here is running back. You know what I mean? Christopher Nkunku plays for running back Leipzig. Like, I mean, golly. I don't know how to say not a single name of these. But Yusufa Mukoko, we're going under 3.5. You need 4 shots here. You're not going to do it. We haven't projected at 2.2. I'm going under on Mukoko at 3.5. And then we're going to go over on Nicolas Gonzalez at only 0.5. Just one shot, buddy. All you got to do is just fall into a shot here in this game, bud. Let's get it. All right, recap. Let's do it. NBA, we're going over on Bam Adebayo, 34 fantasy score. We're going over on Jaylen Brown points and rebounds at 28.5. NHL, Max Domi and Jonathan are both solid overs. You can go either one. You can go both. Whatever you want to do. They're both solid. For MLB, we're going over 7.5 for Cedric Mullins. And then we're going over 5.5 for Lucas Giolito's pitcher strikeouts. When it comes to first inning runs, a lot of times, man, have y'all noticed a lot of times we get done with our video and a new best first inning runs will pop in? It's like every single time, never fails. I love this. You could go over. So originally we had Padres and Nationals as the over we liked. I'm going to go over on Blue Jays and Rays. That's taking the lead here. Both offenses have been really good in the first inning. So I'm going to go over on the Blue Jays and Rays for the over for first inning runs. And we're going to stick with the Mets and the Cubs as the best under. All right. Next up, Csgo has been absolutely on fire. Cello for Sprout, over 33.5 kills. Borup for Copenhagen Flames, over 33.5 kills. All right. Pretty simple with those two. WNBA, over on Mariah Jefferson's PRA of 15.5. Too low. Chine Agwumike, over 18.5 PRA for her. Last but not least for soccer, all we need is a one shot. Nicolas Gonzalez for Valencia. That's all we need, baby. Over on that, Yusufa Mukoko playing for Borussia Dortmund facing 1.FSV mains 05. Under 3.5 prop line is what we're going to do for there. All right. Thank you guys for joining me as always, man. Let's just keep smashing. Let's keep getting this money. PropsMadeEasy.com, only $15 a month. If you're interested in daily fantasy sports content, my personal prize picks that I play daily, I put that all for members over at Greenlight at my company, GreenlightDFS.com. You can find that at DFS content right here. It'll bring you over to Greenlight DFS. You can subscribe over there. And at Greenlight, you also get access to all of these tools over at Greenlight. I have all of these tools accessed for members over at Greenlight DFS too. So if you're interested in daily fantasy sports, go over to Greenlight, get the package for the daily fantasy sports lineups. I'll post my favorite prize picks over there, and then you'll also have access to the tools over there as well for the membership fee over there. All right. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Let's keep getting this money. Appreciate y'all. Have an amazing day, and I'm out. Peace.